And
Teal!
You know what it is, man. You're locked in the Third and Teal where they keep it real. And if you don't know, you're going to learn today. Third and Teal, baby, and I'm out. Let's go.
Third and Teal, baby. And I'm out. We are here once again doing a prediction. We told y'all we would hopefully be live tonight, and the schedule alloweth, so we goeth. Yeah. Well, Trevor, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Oh man, we styling and profiling.
Uh-oh. Limousine driving, jet flying, son of a gun.
Only way to do it.
Can't help keeping these alligators down.
Mm.
All right. We used to do that. We used to do that before every football game. And we, 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Every time. Well, Eric, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful, man. Been a good week.
Yeah.
Been a good week.
Yeah. That's what I like to hear. It's it's Chargers week. A team that we always seem to play tough. We always seem to play really well against the Chargers. At least if we don't play really well, we normally play close and then beat them. So that's nice. But we got it. So is Brenton Strange going to play this week?
I doubt it.
I know they brought him back and opened up his 21-day window, and he was in practice, but I don't know if he's actually going to play this week or not.
I hope he does.
Yeah,
we need him.
Let me see.
Yeah, he was limited today, and I didn't know that ETN had a hamstring injury. I didn't realize that.
He wasn't on the injury report today.
Mm-mm. But apparently he wasn't practicing one of the days. Hold on. But
So they're hopeful that he can play this Sunday, but currently he is day-to-day. Okay. But I know Udinsky, he in an interview, he mentioned that it took losing Brenton Strange to realize how big of a weapon he is on this offense and like how he really drives the offense. Because he's a matchup nightmare when he's catching the ball. Trevor always finds him whenever he's in trouble, and also too the fact that he can literally split defenses wide open for run plays. So that was some high praise from Grant Udinsky, basically saying like, "Hey, we didn't realize how good this cat was till we lost him."
Yeah.
And I think the Jaguars' offense is going to look a whole lot different whenever he's back.
I agree. Mainly because he's the only motherfucker we got that knows how to block. So
he's the only one that knows how to block and catch.
Mm-hmm.
And get open.
So yeah. I saw a picture, and I'm glad we didn't bring it up on the podcast last week because I would have got heated. We had a play where we blocked 7, and they rushed 4 and still got a sack.
Sure did.
Ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
But I finally went and I gave in and I started watching the post games and some of the press conferences and stuff like that. Trevor's just rolling with the punches. Trevor knows this ain't a Trevor problem. And honestly, I think Liam only came back and said that I had to have a conversation with Trevor because he didn't want to leave it the way he left it post-game. Because post-game, he was pretty straightforward. They're getting pressure with guys that we identified in the pass protection.
Mm-hmm.
That is unacceptable. Which, absolutely true. So, coming in this game with the Chargers has a really, really bad O-line. They're technically, I don't know by what standard this is, but allegedly they're ranked 32nd. I don't see how anyone is ranked 32nd but us. But I'll tell you, allegedly they're ranked 32nd. But regardless, Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker got to do their fucking job today. Or not today, but this Sunday. They got to do their damn job. There's no other option. We don't win this game if they don't get home. We're down too many weapons. We can't block. And every time Trevor does something right, we get a penalty to take it back. Like, the defense has to do the job. That's what's going to win us this game against Los Angeles. Our defense has to do the job. And without pressure, we ain't winning. I'll tell you that. Every quarterback 5 years to throw that.
Yeah. Definitely can't give Justin Herbert time. And if we are going to pressure him, we got to get home. We can't just pressure him because Justin Herbert will still get pressured and throw darts, and he'll do it all game. I mean, he's won multiple games this year where he's down and he's throwing, but he's throwing 50 times a game. You know, like he's one of those quarterbacks that he could throw it no matter how many times they ask him to, and he's still going to make good throws down the stretch. And so yeah, we have to get home. We're gonna have to hit him. We're gonna have to make him drop the ball. He's not invincible, and he will drop the ball. We just got to actually get to him and make him drop it. We got to hit him, keep him on the ground, get that jersey dirty. And yeah, I mean it's going to be tough, but we got to have these guys do it. Well, it shouldn't be tough considering how good their O line is, but shit, we got the worst D line right now, so it'd be a little bad off.
Yeah, but Herbert brings a extra dimension because he's a scrambler also.
Yeah,
and I think he's leading the quarterbacks in scrambling yards this year. So yeah,
I think it's like 320 something.
Yeah, so he will leave the pocket. So
we've been prone to.
Yeah,
we've been known to give those run lanes up for quarterbacks.
Right.
Yep.
Trying to rush too hard and not maintaining gap discipline. And sure enough, Walker and Allen take them inside routes. And he roll right around and goes for 15, 20 yards.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't help either, though, where Walker takes the outside route and he starts chasing the guy, and Josh Allen's just sitting there patty caking with the other dude, not even trying to break. And then, Trayvon Walker's got to chase him from one side of the field to the other, and Josh Allen's still engaged in a block, just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like half the time, he looks like in practice. Whenever you both go, all right, we're this play, we're going to lock up with each other, but we're just going to stand here and we're going to get a little bit of a rest in on one of those when you're doing 2-a-days. Like he locks up with the guy, and they just stand there and they fight and they dance a little bit, and then nothing happens.
Facts.
Like Josh looks like he's telling the guy in front of him what he's going to do before he does it. That way he can have a little rest, like, and shit, he lost the weight. I mean, he lost 20 or 30 pounds. He's back down to his, I feel comfortable again. I feel fast. I feel this. Like,
oh, I can't fucking see it.
Like, motherfucker, put the weight back on then.
When you only got one move, I mean, it's not hard.
It's crazy though. It took him until last year to figure out he only had one move, and then this year they're really taking advantage of it.
Yeah. I mean, you run straight into the guy, trying to run on the outside, and they just follow you right on around, push you right on around out to the outside of the quarterback. I mean, how hard is that?
I'll tell you what else is frustrating is I remember a couple weeks ago I said that if Trevor starts taking the check downs, people will say, "Oh, he's not going for the deep play." But if he goes for the deep play, say he doesn't take the check downs. Well, this past game, he took the check down a couple times. I love that he did it. He didn't force the ball. He felt pressure, so he didn't force the ball. He took the check down. Seeing some dipshit right now commenting, you seeing Drake May take the check down right now is disgusting. Take notes, Trevor. Shut the fuck up. You're the same moron, and I know it's the same fucking guy that just 5 days ago was talking about how Trevor needs to rip the ball downfield more. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's just trash. It is.
you know, some people in the fan base, you're not going to satisfy them no matter what.
And that's
So,
fine.
Some people need something to complain about no matter what happens.
No matter what happens. You're absolutely correct. So
And that's okay. That's okay. But when you got other media pages that cover this team, claim to love this team, you know, that's when it really becomes a thing for me. Like, all right, because look, are any of us three right here just have better football knowledge than anybody else? No, I wouldn't say that. You know, Mr. 561 in the building. Well, welcome in, man.
Welcome back, bro. I mean, I'd say as like comparable to the average fan, we're probably a little bit above the average fan, but I wouldn't say that we're, as much as I think I could go run a defense on Sundays, I'm not going to sit here and be for real and say I could go run a defense on Sundays right now. like I know a lot from playing and studying and doing that kind of stuff, but I definitely don't know enough to just come off the couch and go coach a team or go be a GM. You know, I can think all day long. Oh, I said we should have done that. Look at how that move worked out. But at the same time, though, that doesn't mean that if we did it, it would have worked out the same way as another team because, you know, our scheme might not fit them the way the other teams does. You know, it's like one of those, you know.
I agree. I think this is where I'm heading with that, though. So I think we have a duty, right, that if we're going to call ourselves a sports podcast and we're going to cover a team and we're going to give commentary that whether we like it or not and whether some of the people in the comments would agree with it or not, we do sway people's opinion on this team. That's why they come to watch us. That's why they come to watch the other shows. They want to feel validated and they want to see, are they overreacting? That's why they come to watch this stuff. Because anyone and their mom can watch this team and be pissed off all on their own. They don't need our help. Okay? What they're coming for is they want to know, are we seeing something that they're not? And when I see these other podcasts and, you know, bigger people that do it, you know, just absolutely chucking just dog shit narratives and not actually putting it out the way it is. That's why, like, Isaiah, I got to give him credit for finding this because he sent it to us today. But Eric Dunn posted the realest short clip of all time.
Yeah, he did.
He posted the realest short clip of all time. I would encourage all of you to go and watch it. It's about Trevor Lawrence and it's about what's going on right now. Because here's the deal, man. No one can be successful in an environment where we're blocking 7 and still losing to a 4-man rush. It's just not good football. You cannot do it. No one's going to be successful when he's identifying the blitzer, right? Pre-snap, he's making the read. He's telling you, pick that guy up. I'm telling you, it's him. Get him. And that guy comes untouched through the A-gap. You can't win. And it's going to be the same shit against the Chargers because Khalil Mack, as old as he may be, that motherfucker is still a game record.
Yes, he is.
He's still a game record. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't fucking ID him, he's going to ruin this offensive line just like he does everybody else.
Yeah.
And he's going to torment Trevor all day. And it's not going to be a Trevor thing. People be like, oh, Trevor just needs to read better. No, you guys need to watch football better. Realistically. And, you know, when you see people like Eric Dunn put a real thing out and you're like, okay, so there are others that can subjectively look at this. Because I'm going to steal a phrase for a second. The Jaguars blinders, or what do you call it? The Jag glasses?
The teal colored glasses.
Yeah, the teal colored glasses. Okay. He said we needed to take our teal colored glasses off when we were projecting the game about Kansas City. And I love that term. Thank you for that. That was cool. Because it's real. Everybody has it. Everybody has, you know, a little bit of a bias towards their team. But I would like to think that doing what we do and coming on here week in and week out, we should be able to look at it subjectively and tell people what it is for real, not what we just think it is. And I think in this scenario, people need to take their fucking hater glasses off. Take your hating ass glasses off. Because y'all want so badly dependent on this one guy. But pin it on everybody. Pin it where it belongs. Because, like, okay, it's just like Liam said it best, man. Everybody's like, oh, Parker had such a deep shot play. He had a deep shot play. Yeah, he had a deep shot play. But what about the guy, again, that came untouched through the A-gap that was identified pre-snap? What about that guy? That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. But no one's sitting here. I still don't see anybody on here talking about, man, this offensive line sold us the game. Because they did. They 100% did.
Right.
We had the least sacks in the league, D-line trash, but I give Trayvon Walker a pass because of his hand. I give Trayvon Walker a slight pass, only in the sense of the fact that he seems to get closer to finishing plays.
Also, true though, when he does finish, he gets flagged because you know the league's soft as fuck now.
Yeah, that part.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
But I will say, if Trayvon Walker was on the same contract right now as Josh Allen, I'd be just as pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not happy with the production, but I would be just as pissed. I don't know. I just think, you got to look at it subjectively. And when we're coming into this game, looking at it subjectively, it's the same fucking key points we've been talking about for the past month. Offensive line has to do their fucking job. And I'll be damned if someone on this defensive line does not get in there and have to get to the quarterback. We're giving everyone a month to throw. It's ridiculous.
You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. That offensive line, and the sad part is we don't have anybody to replace Walker Little. When you really look at it, we do not have anyone to replace Walker Little. And that's one of the biggest weaknesses we have on our offensive line right now. I mean, it is just horrible. He's horrible.
Dude, at this point, go sign Desmond Watson and just stand him in there. I know he's a D-line. I don't care, dude. Honestly, fuck. He's big. He's big, and he's in the way. I guarantee you he'll hold him off longer than Walker Little does. He ain't going to be good, but what we got ain't good.
Right.
But he's big, and he's in the fucking way, man. And that's more than Walker Little can say.
Oh, and you know what pisses me off even more, though? When he misses his block, you see him standing there with his hand up in the air or his hands on his hip. Like, do something, guy. Hold. I mean,
he gives up on the fucking play. I hate it. He knows he's beat, and instead of just, I don't give a fuck, man. Hold him. I don't care.
Right. Do something,
Because you're letting our quarterback get murdered.
Right.
Like, Trevor's taking some heavy fucking hits from the left side. Thanks for giving him that contract. He's somewhere left. Dude, I swear, that had to have been hit his, like, one last fuck you. Like, there's no way.
I mean, luckily, it's really not that much. The worst case, I mean, realistically, we can cut him after the season or after the July, the July deadline, whatever that day is. And I mean, it wouldn't really hurt us because I think we only owe him it's like $8 million a year, I think is what it came out to. Without him hitting certain incentives or whatever it was, it's like $8 million a year, which it's really not that bad when you think about it.
Not the problem.
I'm just saying it does give us at least the option for an out after the season of if we really want to get rid of him or if we want to replace him. It's not like he's holding up so much cap space that we can't afford to replace him. We can either draft a guy or we can go and sign a guy, and then he's getting paid enough to be a swing tackle at best or not be on the team anymore.
Hell, I would be surprised if he does get replaced during the offseason. I would be happy. It'd be like another Luke Faulkner type of thing. Get rid of him.
He won't be starting next year. I could almost promise you that.
Yeah.
Let me see here. So after, let me see, 2025. So this year is $24 million in dead cap if we cut him. But then after the June 1st designation, it would be 18.2 next year to cut him. But they could always add void years or change some stuff, to get rid of him sooner. But if we keep him on the roster next year, it's a cap hit of $14 million. And then let me see, potential out 2027. So going into so after next year, going into 2027 season, if we cut him, it would cost us $4.7 million. So if we had him next year as like a backup swing tackle, I mean, he's making, money. I'm sure they could do something with him, strike a deal with him, give him some more money or whatever on a bonus. But, worst case scenario, we keep him on the bench next year. He's making $14 million, and then we have dead cap the next year of $4 million. So still, I mean, it's not a great contract, but it's not a bad contract in terms of like how much we could have paid him. Because if Balky would have paid him like a top half of the league tackle, we'd be screwed.
I'm glad he didn't do that, but I'm still just mad that we fucking paid that motherfucker at all.
Well, this Sunday he needs to do something. All right, I don't know. Put tight ends over there with him. Put extra linemen over there with him. Something, because if he has the same type of game he had against Houston, Trevor is in trouble the whole game. He's going to be running for his life, without a doubt. And if I was a defensive coordinator, he would be my top target.
I'd send 2 guys at him every play.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. And it's not like – and here's the thing, too. I'd send 2 guys at him, not because it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to overpower him. It's because he'll miss both of them. He'll find a way to overreact to one and then try to go back to the other, and then he'll miss them both.
Right.
And then Trevor's fucking murdered. Look, you know what? Yeah, you're damn right. He does need to do something on Sunday. He needs to stay the fuck home. That's what he needs to do.
Not stay home.
No, that's what he needs to do, man. And, Duval, I couldn't agree more, bro. I think first round, we might need to. We're going to be in the same boat again. First round we were last year and the year before that, corner and wide receiver.
Well, we don't have a first round pick.
I have to say no first round pick. So
no, I think Gladstone's going to put some kind of package together for a late. I don't think he's going to do like a high end, but I think he'll try to do something to move into the first round. But
maybe depends on who's sitting there at the end of it.
Right, but even if he doesn't, let's just say we stay with all the picks we have right now, we're still going to be in the same position we were the last 2 years. We need a corner and we need another receiver because don't get me wrong, love Travis Hunter. I think we paid Jacoby Myers, not De'Ami Brown. You don't pay him.
Yeah, I think we should re-sign Jacoby Myers if possible.
I think we need to re-sign him right now before he gets mad.
Well,
it goes south.
The problem is I don't think he's going to want to sign a contract right now. Now he might, but I don't think. I think that I know him and Gladstone and Baselli were talking at some of the games and stuff like that. Like that might be a thing, but I don't think that he's going to be ready to sign right now. I think he's going to wait until the off season, see what they tell him, see who they're going to see if they have a plan for what they're going to bring in, and then they'll decide from there. But the one thing that is a constant, Trevor Lawrence will still be here. I don't care how much anybody hates him or anybody thinks he's next year starts his contract, his extension. He's not. They're not getting rid of him unless Trevor Lawrence comes to them and says, "Hey, I want to leave," and they say okay, which isn't going to happen. Right. Especially with a young baby, Marissa, everybody here, his family lives 2-3 hours down the road. He's not going anywhere. Unless they can send his ass to Atlanta, that'd probably be the only other place he'd want to play because he'd be right by his family. But no, he's not going anywhere. And so, Jacoby Myers knows, okay, quarterback next year, Trevor Lawrence. But it's kind of the other things is like, how are they going to build this team? Not that he's going to be completely privy to that kind of stuff, but it's just one of those things where stuff people want to know, and he's not going to want to re-sign and then be like, we're just not going to do anything with the O-line.
Right. Right. I wouldn't want to come in, and play and then realize we're going to be like the Jets, just dog crap the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, my thing is I wouldn't want to come in and know that every time I catch a motherfucking touchdown pass, we're going to hold and get it called back. On a play that he didn't even really have to hold. That's the bullshit. That throw was out so fast, there was no pressure.
No.
He did not have to hold at all. And that's what gets me the most. Is they're not just holding when they get beat. They're just holding. Because they suck. They're just bad. It's really bad, man. It's really bad. Like, I didn't think it could get worse from last year with the offensive line, but it did. It did.
But the thing about it is it all coincided with Brenton Strange going down, getting injured though. Believe it or
because
not.
Brenton Strange, we put him over there and he'd save their ass.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not. It's got
Exactly.
nothing to do with that offensive line. It's got everything to do with Brenton Strange is that good.
My point.
Yeah.
Point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and you put him on the right side, it didn't make that much of a difference because Walker Little is the worst part of this offensive line. Hands down, he is the worst part. He gets beat faster and more consistently, and I don't give a fuck about some dog shit ass PFF. I don't care about none of that. I watch that sorry bastard every fucking snap that we play. I know he gets beat faster and more consistently than anybody else.
You can't help but watch because that's where all the pressure comes from.
I'm just saying. So you put Brenton on the left side, then we got a chance.
Yeah. You know, defensively, same thing with the defensive line. Eric Armstead, when the season started, we said, okay, he's moving back inside where he belongs, and he's shown flashes, but he needs to get on the he needs to get on the ball also.
Well, for me,
Mason Smith, huh?
Yeah. No, you keep going. I'm sorry, it cut out for a second.
No, I'm saying
the Eric Armstead part. My bad.
Yeah, Mason Smith needs to start showing up also.
Agreed.
You know,
I agree. I think with Eric Armstead, what you're seeing is he can't do it all by himself because he's been really good in the run game.
Playing well this year.
I was about to say he's playing really well in the run game, and he's getting there on pass plays sometimes. But I mean, fuck, they're dropping doubles on him. They're putting a center and a guard on him because they know that the right tackles are going to hold off Josh Allen and Trayvon. They're not getting off the edge, so they can just double either one of the interiors, whichever one's having a hot streak. They just double them and run the fucking ball.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Like, I think he's playing as well as we can expect him to play for who he's from the supporting cast he's getting. Because Mason Smith, he ain't done a fucking thing. Devon Hamilton ain't done a fuck thing but bat a pass down and stop the run to his side. And you know what? Robert's absolutely right. He don't even notice when Smith's on the field. Me neither.
Right.
Me neither. I saw him trotting off the other day, and I was like, damn, I didn't even realize he was in the game.
Exactly. I said the same thing. I said the same thing. Well, this week they're going up against a banged up offensive line. Come on now.
Well, they played one of the worst in the league last week. That's what worries me.
Well, here's my point. After last week, hopefully some type of pride is going to kick in, and they show up. Because the game is going to be balanced on that. The offensive line and the defensive line. You know what I mean? They're going to have to show up. Because like you said earlier,
Trevor really thinks he's better than Justin. Not because he is better. Or listen, I don't care. I don't care. Arm talent wise, he's better. I don't care. But that might be my Teal glasses. I don't care. He's definitely up there, though. I don't.
Right now I'm still so frustrated with this team right now because you see the potential, but you're not seeing it on the field. You understand what I'm saying? You do see it. So the question is, when are they going to have enough pride to show up? When are they? Now, not like I was about to call them San Diego. Not like the Chargers or this juggernaut that's coming in. However, you cannot take them lightly at all. Not with just
for sure, Robert. But I still fuck with you. They are what they are. Well, I think Liam put it out in the public this week that he had to talk to Josh Allen and said pretty much like, bro, you need to go do something. That's not exact words what he used, but read between the lines, people. He told you what that conversation was. He told you that we're not getting any pressure and it's unacceptable. And he told you that he had a one-on-one conversation with Josh Allen about it. You're supposed to be the leader of this defensive line. You're getting paid big money to be over there. Do your fucking job. That simple. So If he don't show up this week, he ain't gonna show up at all.
Let's talk about our safeties. I mean, our secondary, man, because they got to deal with some receivers this week. There's a whole lot of them over there on the San Diego side. You know,
I got one thing.
What's that?
Jarian in the slot on Ladd McConkey will be fine.
What about Gaston, the tight end?
Hey, we got Devin Lloyd back. I feel a lot better. I mean, Devin Lloyd played well. I didn't ever feel like last week he missed a step. I thought he played really well. He was good in coverage. He wasn't getting just obliterated. I mean, a lot of the times that you saw them get the ball out, Dalton Schultz, was because we're giving too much fucking time. It wasn't necessarily a play scheme or that we weren't having good coverage. Anybody, you're going to find someone open if they fucking have 10, 12 seconds of snap to throw the ball. You can't expect your secondary to hold that long. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. Eventually, people will start just fucking freelancing shit, and you will find someone. That's just how it works. That's why you've got to have pressure. Our defensive problems all stem from lack of pressure. I don't think we've seen – like, look, man, we had 14 fucking takeaways when we were getting some pressure in the first few weeks.
Facts.
We lost the pressure. Now everybody wants to say it's our secondary. I don't necessarily think it's our secondary. I really don't. I mean, they've had one play here and there where it's like, damn, y'all really should have been on that. But most of the time it's because their quarterback had 12 fucking days to throw the ball. So I honestly – I don't give a damn about the tight end. I don't give a damn about nobody. I give a damn about pressure, and I give a damn that they put Jarian Jones back in the slot because we saw what he was going to do when you put him back where he belongs. I think you do that. You let Jordan Lewis work his way back. I saw he was limited, so I don't know if he's expected to play or not. I haven't seen anything about that yet. I haven't watched all the pressers. Like I said, man, I told y'all the last episode, and I'll say it again. I'm not watching everything they put out this week. I do not care to hear it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not care to hear it. I don't want to hear the whole, well, we have a banged-up offensive line. It doesn't matter because even when the starters are in, they're trash. I don't care to hear that. Defensive line, we're trying to do this. I don't care what you're trying to do. Get fucking pressure. And I mean real effective pressure, not this just stat board pressure. Fuck that. I want you to get in there and touch the quarterback. Put your hands on somebody, man. So yeah. I don't care to hear all that shit. All I care about right now, are you going to let the players that showed you that they're willing to play, which was Jarian. Jarian showed you last week that motherfucker was here to play.
On the injury report, Anton Harrison did not practice.
Good.
Jordan Lewis did not practice.
Chuma Edoga is the backup.
No, it's still bad. Chuma's going to find his way on the field anyway.
Hunter Long did not practice.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Brent Strange limited. BTJ limited. Parker Washington did not practice. Greg Newsom limited. Hamstring.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw that. My bad.
Yeah. Patrick McCarty limited. Robert Hainsley, limited.
Everybody fucking limited.
Ezra Cleveland, limited.
Yeah, that's limited since week 2.
I mean,
it's the whole D line or the whole O line.
Yeah, that's the whole O line right there. You know, that's the whole O line right there.
I'm gonna tell you what. I know why Walker Little isn't getting injured.
He's not blocking anybody. Hell.
No. It's because he's constantly getting fucking worked. His body gets turned and spun in ways nobody else does. That motherfucker's the most limber dude on the line. He getting worked.
Well, when you got Leon Searcy saying, he's been beat in every way possible and he's finding new ways to get beat. You got something's going on,
dude. That's the most accurate thing I've ever heard in my life. He is getting beat in every way you could imagine, and even in ways that you didn't think were possible. It's just bad, man. And even all these 4 years, this is the thing that amazes me the most, man, when you try to evaluate an offense in Jacksonville, period, especially since Trevor's been here. We have given passes due to the offensive line with a much better unit than we have right now. Because skill position wise, I think we're one of the most talented rosters we've had in a long time. At the skill positions. I mean, you got ETN, Tootin, Trevor. We don't even have to debate that. Brian Thomas, he's got the talent. He's got to stop fucking himself up. I don't know what he's doing. He's got the talent. We got Jacoby Myers. Parker Washington's a fucking freak of nature. De'Ami Brown has the potential, but I think he got his money based off of a playoff performance. I said that when we signed him. You go to the defensive side of the ball. Darian Jones got skills. Jordan Lewis, skills. I mean, we've got people that can make plays. Devin Lloyd, Foye Oluokun, Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker. They've got skills. Why the fuck are they not showing up all the time?
Let me ask this question. Based on the 401 start, right? Was our expectations unrealistic as far as what to expect from this team?
Yes.
Yes.
That was my rant on the reaction. I think we lost sight of the fact that we were not a playoff team, that we were a maybe 7 to 9 win team this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we had the 1 year, like in 2022, where we turned around and went from 3 wins to playoffs. We won 9 games.
Right.
Okay, cool. But we had the same O-line basically. That was already terrible. Our secondary isn't very good. We didn't improve in the secondary in terms of like our safeties and all that. And I said at the beginning of the year, and I know that it wasn't the most popular opinion, but y'all have said a little bit, conceded to me a little bit on it as we got a little bit further into the season. But like, I think if Dewey Wingard is a starting safety on your team, you're probably not going to be too good in the secondary. Now, if Dewey's a starting number 2 safety, I don't feel that bad about it. Like, I'm still not happy about it, but it's not like the end of the world. But the fact that Dewey is, it's him and Eric Murray, who is also terrible, who I also don't want to see starting. It's like we don't have a superstar at safety. Now, if you have a superstar at safety and you have Dewey Wingard starting at safety, you don't feel that bad about it because the superstar is going to be the superstar. And if they target Wingard, we know we're going to have a corner. We know we're going to have some help there. We know we're going to have something. But like, the safety's bad. I mean, the fact that our depth is rookies and Antonio Johnson, who hasn't played that great. He's played better this year, I will say. I'll give that to him. He's playing better in this defense.
Yeah, but he still takes bad angles.
Yeah, he's still not good, but he's playing better.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing is like, we don't have a good secondary. And this reminds me of 2018. And the reason I say that is because in 2018, people realized, hey, Barry Church can't run. Hey, Tayshaun Gibson's old and slow, and he can't run. And then they just started launching the ball deep on us. Our your corners, they can hold their own. You're playing man coverage with Boye and Ramsey, but then you got they're running tight ends and slot receivers up the seam, and we can't keep up with them. It's just. We tricked ourselves because of how hot we came out and how good we looked, and we beat Kansas City in a heart attack game, and we did this and we did that, and then we lose to the Bengals just barely. We should be 5-0, but now we're kind of getting a reality check as more people get hurt, but also some people are still starting that aren't hurt. That we're like, oh wait, yeah, we really don't have as much talent as we thought we did in the positions that we needed to upgrade. Now, when healthy, especially now that we added Jacoby Myers, I'd argue that we have on paper the best or one of the best wide receiving cores, in the NFL. We've got ETN, who's a top 10 back. We've got, Tootin, who looks promising. Trevor Lawrence is a lot better than people think he is. But the core of our team, which is the defensive and the offensive line, are not great. And you can only could have got Fitzpatrick from the Dolphins. But like you only get so much out of your defensive ends, edges, line, whatever you want to call them. If you don't have an interior pass rush, and that's kind of been the excuse. But now, Armstead's playing really well this year. I'll give it to him. They put him back inside, and we saw the flashes last year. Armstead's playing good. Now, the guy next to him isn't always playing great, and he's got to rotate out. He's a big dude. He's a big body. He's got to rotate out. He's over 30. He's played a lot of snaps. But then, Trayvon and Josh, I mean, Trayvon, he's missed some games. He's played very limited snaps in a couple of games. He's had a couple sacks called back for penalty, which has always been an issue for him. But still, you want more sacks out of him. And then Josh just hasn't done anything. Josh has played, I mean, probably 90% of 95% of snaps and has 2.5 sacks on the season, or whatever it is.
Right.
Like the interior D-line thing can only be a thing for so long. And then, we thought, we come in and we upgraded the center and the right guard to these guys. Like, we're automatically better. But they were guys that were like middle to bottom players, realistically, that we put into a bottom O line. Well, if you put 2 middle to bottom players in the middle of an O line that's already on the bottom, they're gonna fall back on that too. And even if they don't, defenses are going to stop going for them, and they're just going to attack the weak spots, which are, at least 2 other positions, which are the tackles, which are the most important spots to attack. I just think that we got our hopes up. I mean, the question you asked, it's one of those things that I think people are not willing to admit is that Jacksonville was not a playoff team going into this year outside of us staying completely healthy and us just scraping in. We were never going to be a 14 or 16 win team to get into the playoffs. We were never going to be a 12 win team to get into the playoffs. We were going to be a 9 to 10 win team that scrapes in because we have the easiest back half in the league. And then the Colts started playing really well. So that took away potentially 1 or 2 games into the back half of the season. And the Broncos are overperforming. And then, the Titans are still bad, but the Texans were bad, but they still have the best defense in the NFL. Like, it's just, we got our hopes up, and I think people are overly critical of Trevor because they don't want to blame the new regime for old problems that we still have. Trauma. And realistically, I mean, even if we signed all of the offensive linemen in free agency, our offensive line still wouldn't be that much better. There were no all-stars in free agency. Mekhi Becton probably would have been better, but I'm pretty sure Mekhi Becton got hurt in like week 1 or 2. And then the center that went to the Bears, he's okay. The guard that went to the Bears, he's okay. I mean, they're not great, they're not bad, but like, you put them in. Walker Little's still terrible. Anton Harrison's still weak. Like, that's the thing is like we still have two tackles that are not very good. I was really hoping Anton would pick it up after the challenge in this offseason, but he doesn't look any. I don't think he looks any better. Much better than Walker Little. I mean, he looks a tiny bit better, but like realistically, if you watch them both on all the plays that Walker Little gives up a sack, if Walker Little holds on for half a second longer, Anton gives up a sack. And then then Anton goes out and we got Chuma Edoga in there who's, got at least 7 penalties in the last 2 weeks. He's taken away 2 touchdowns, which Trevor, I will say, I'm going to fact check you. I was going back through and I couldn't find it until yesterday or until like after the show yesterday. The Jacoby Myers touchdown was on the Parker Washington touchdown drive. So we still got a touchdown on that drive.
Okay, so we did get
so yeah. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it, and then I was like, wait a minute, and it was 1 play or 2 plays before the Parker Washington touchdown.
Yeah, so the drive switch. I got it.
Yeah. So, but still, I mean, at the end of the day, we got Chuma Edoga, who is a walking penalty. Pat Mercari isn't playing great, but he gets hurt. We put Edoga in there. Then Edoga has back-to-back penalties, and we got to throw him back out there, just like we did with, a better guard, in my opinion, and Brandon Sheriff, who was also hurt and having to play constantly. I don't know, man. We just it wasn't the year we thought it. It wasn't. It's the year we knew it was going to be until we came out and won 4 out of our first 5 games. Then all of a sudden we were. Oh, and I mean, that's what I said on a Jags United show. I said, until the defense shows me they're not going to get 3 touchdowns or three interceptions or 3 turnovers, they're going to continue to do it. And then they stopped, and then it was over. Christopher Reeve, that before half was terrible. The INT before the half. Which one? What interception did he throw before the half?
Stingley. He talking about Stingley's interception.
I mean, that wasn't even terrible. That wasn't even terrible. I mean, that's the thing too, though, is like that one pisses me off the most because you have the entire fan base, or not the entire, but a big chunk of the fan base that says Trevor can't throw with touch. And then Trevor doesn't throw the ball as hard as he humanly can. and hit a dude in front of his face in the stride and goes to hit the guy right here while he's running with a guy. And then the top 3 corner in the league makes an outstanding backhanded interception or front hand, whatever it was. An outstanding reaching one-handed interception that you know, and that's the thing is like, that's the same thing as the JC Horn play.
Right.
That's a play that, you know, you put 32 corners out there. Less than 5 of them are probably making that catch. Now 100%. You got to put it where they can't get to it. But I mean,
Marcus plays like Chicken Little. Yeah, that was a crazy one-handed catch. That's just like that's one of those plays you just got to give him his flowers.
Well, you got to think though, he was less than 5, or he's like 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, 8 yards from the line of scrimmage. If he just absolutely bullets the ball in there, then it gets tipped up, and it's Trevor's fault for throwing it too hard, and then he puts some touch on it and gives it to him, and he puts it right here so he can come down with it or doing it, you know. But then the guy makes a crazy play. That's not a bone. I mean, the Raiders one, yes, the Raiders interception was a boneheaded play. He should have never thrown that ball. I can see how it happened, but that doesn't excuse it happening.
Right.
That one, you know, sure, he could have thrown the ball a little bit more forward, but that was just a crazy one-handed play that you don't see every week in the NFL from corners. You know, and Trammell had a step or two on Stingley, but Stingley had closing speed, and he made a crazy play.
It was just a good fucking play by a good DB.
That's what it is.
That's where you got to give your flowers. You got to give the flowers to the DBs that deserve it, man. And fuck. How many times have we gotten beat by a fucking inch on a throw? Like our DB is just an inch behind it, and you're thinking, "Damn, man, Derek Stingley or this person would have caught that." Well, when they do that, you say, "Oh man, damn, Trevor's just the worst ever." Like you can't go both ways. And it's kind of like I said this past week, or just this past episode on Tuesday. We did it. Yeah. Just a couple of days ago. Just like I said, just a couple of days ago, you can't go both ways. If you're gonna say that every interception ever is just terrible play on his part, then don't say that every missed interception on defense is the DB just being trash. Because you guys will be the first ones to sit here and say, like, say, for instance, Jarian almost had a second one, I'm pretty sure. He got his hand up under, but he didn't finish the play all the way out. And it wasn't like a him thing. He had good effort. It was just a very fucking insanely hard play to make.
Mm-hmm.
My point, he throw it on their best corner. You throw it where your wide receiver catch it or nobody. Well, every time he does that, they don't catch the fucking ball. If he doesn't put it right in their fucking chest, they don't catch the fucking ball.
You don't catch it then half the time.
I mean, look, let's just be real. Again, we can do this every week. We can do this every episode.
I think one thing that needs to be addressed here, though, really quick, Devin.
No,
go ahead. Eric, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You've been waiting, Eric. I know. Earlier I was going to come back to you, and then go ahead, Eric.
No, you go ahead, because I want to hear. Because I'm sure we're going to say the same thing.
What I'm going to say though is, remember who he's throwing to. He's not throwing to Brian Thomas Jr. He's not throwing to Travis Hunter. He's not throwing to Jacoby Myers. He's not even throwing to De'Ami Brown. He's throwing to Austin Trammell, who just got activated off the practice squad 2 weeks ago. Like, it's not like he was throwing it to 6'3", 4.3 speed BTJ or 6'2", 200-pound Jacoby Myers or 6 foot, 189 or 185-pound 4.3 speed Travis Hunter. His option was Trammell. Like, you can't put that ball out in front of him and hope that he goes and gets it or hope that he's got the long enough reach for it. You've got to put it where he can catch it, because he is a receiver in the NFL. He's not a premier receiver in the NFL.
Right.
Was that what you were going to say, Eric?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, then I also want to point out that
pretty much
not every throw. You're talking about, okay, from here to here. Here to here. Yep. That's literally like what, 4 inches, 4.5, 5 inches. Like, you're talking about a guy under pressure, beams it, and you're mad because he 4.5, 5 inches. That's just an incredible play. It's just an incredible play by a DB. It is. Now, if Trevor throws it from here to here and it just falls in Derek Stingley's arms, that's a Trevor thing. You're absolutely right. That's a missed throw. You've got to be better. That's a little bit too far out. We're talking here to here.
I mean, we're talking about a 3-inch gap where this is it's an inch to the left, it's incomplete. It's an inch to the right, or it's another inch to the left. He has a chance. If it's another inch to the left, it's a catch. We hope it's a catch. It should be a catch. An extra inch, an extra inch, an extra inch. I mean, again, football's a game of inches. Always has been. What you got here?
Nothing. I'm listening. Nothing. I'm listening. But we in field goal range, so why take that chance? Because we're trying to get closer. That's why he threw it where he threw it at. We were trying to move a little closer because we were already in field goal.
We were also, 10-0 at that point?
Yeah.
I don't think, you're not really going, when you have a chance to get up there and, what is it, third down?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a check down, too. It's not like he, it
was a check down. Exactly.
It was the check down.
Take the easy throw, move the ball a little closer, give Cam a little easier kick, and boom. That's what it was.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, once again, who knew Stingley would make that type of play and intercept the ball? Like the fellas have said earlier, 95% of the corners in the league, don't make that play at all.
Also, too, though, let's not act like before the bye week, everybody wasn't calling for Cam Little's head.
True.
The coaching staff, even though he made that 68-yard field goal and he got his mojo back, whatever, as a coaching staff with a guy who's missed some, you still don't want to put him in longer field goal range positions if you don't have to. It's we're driving the field. Also, too, if it's second or third down, we're not thinking about kicking a field goal. We're thinking about getting the first down. That's the thing is we've got a guy who is just missing field goals. Which I'm trying to look for it so I can see what play that was. Incomplete.
But even then, you're talking if we're in field goal range, you're making it sound like every time we're in field goal range, we just need to concede to the field goal. That's not how you're gonna win games. And that's the thing too. So if Trevor does that, right? Let's say Trevor does exactly what you're saying. We got the field goal in our pocket. Let me just hang out. People will start calling out saying, "Yeah, well, he's not aggressive enough." We had 20, but could have at least been 23-10. No, yeah, but if was a fifth, we'd be drunk.
I like that. I like that.
When did this damn interception happen?
And look, man, and that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. If it's second down, even if it's third down, I'm not conceding to the fucking field goal until it's fourth down. I got 3 downs. I've still got time on the clock, and I got 3 downs. And we were just talking about Tuesday how we don't play to extend the lead. We play to protect it, or we just play to suspend, to ride on it. And now that's wrong, and we wish that we would just keep our foot on the gas. That is not keeping your foot on the gas.
Now, I kind of understand what Devin's saying. Hey, you got Cam Little, and you're in field goal range. He can make it. Why not just run the ball, center the ball, or whatever, put it on whatever hash Cam wanted on, and let him kick the field goal. Okay, I understand that. Basic football, basic conservative football. You're already up. Just get the 3, take the 3 points while it's there. That's fine. But that takes all the aggressiveness away. Why do that?
Also, too, it was first and 10.
It was first and 10?
Yeah, it was first and 10.
No.
We were on there 49. Yeah, we were on there 49. It was first and 10. It was a 5-yard pass.
Yeah, so he wasn't
and Stingley just made a crazy play.
Right. Right.
Yeah, just a good play. Again, first and 10, absolutely not happening.
Yeah, with 17 seconds left, and I think we had 2 times.
Now, I'll tell you what, a good example of what you're talking about, Devin, where you got the field goal in your back pocket is when we punted the fucking football on midfield when we have Cam Little. If you want to talk about why are we not using the kicker with the biggest leg, and you want to talk about not playing situational football and taking the 3 points when you have it, why the fuck did we punt the football from midfield?
No, here's the real issue, though, on the drive with the interception. Just to bring it back to that really quick. There's 17 seconds left. I believe we did have a timeout or two left, if I'm not mistaken. This doesn't tell me if we did or we didn't at the time. But I believe we had at least one left. 17 seconds from the 49.
Okay.
It's really not Trevor's fault because I just watched it again. He didn't can the play. This was the play call on the field. Why are we throwing the ball? Why not just hand it to ETN or Tootin up the middle and let him get fall forward for 3, 4, 5 yards, run the clock down, call a timeout, and then let Cam Little kick it? Like I get that he threw an interception. It was a great play, but it's like we're so quick to want to blame Trevor. Whenever realistically, Liam Cohen should have had them run the ball. We were on Houston's. We were on the almost to the 49. We were like, 6 inches from the 49-yard line on their side of the field. Why not let ETN or Tootin run? Which got Eric?
Because the offensive line wasn't blocking worth of shit for in the running game.
I mean, they were averaging still like 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Tootin averaged 5 or 6 a carry.
But wouldn't that be? I don't know, Isaiah. I like the aggressiveness of trying to move the ball through there a little bit further down. And 17 seconds left, man. That's an eternity right there. If the pass is complete, you run up, you take your timeout. If we had 2 timeouts left, right? So that still give us an opportunity to either take a shot, a deep shot, or hit another out pass. Get another timeout, make the field goal shorter, and we take the 3 points there. But just to run it, and the offensive line, like Houston really wasn't. Can you say Houston really wasn't thinking that's what we were going to do?
But you said it right there, the offensive line. On this play, we had what was that? Is that ETN? Hold on. I'm looking at it. So we had Quentin Morris who did a delayed release. He went a yard past the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Trammell ran a 5-yard route. Parker ran a 10-yard route. And then they had Tim Patrick running a deep crossing route.
Okay.
So the entire objective of the play was to move the ball a couple of yards to give Cam Little better position. So that's my thinking though, is like I understand like if we're trying to take a shot, take a fucking shot. Our O-line cannot block long enough for us to have long developing plays like this one. I don't care. I'm going to show it.
There you go.
I don't care.
There you go.
I'm tired of it. You
Thank
two
you.
can hold me back, whatever they want to do.
Go.
They're not. Okay, let's see. Can you? No, you can't see my mouse. Hold on. Let me make sure you can see my mouse. Because I'm crazy, but I'm not too crazy. Window, film room. Here we go. All right. And add a stage. All right, you can see my mouse. Perfect. So, Quentin Morris, the Parker Washington, freaking Trammell, and then Patrick right here. We wasn't scoring a TD, so you take the field goal.
Yeah, well, you'll never score a touchdown.
No, I know, Devin, but I'm saying that's really on Liam Cohen for even calling the play in the first place. But he took the check down. I guess technically the check down would have been right here, but like this is what I'm talking about though, right here. So we got ETN blocking because we can't send him down the field, but like he's got to make a decision right here. This pocket is closing fast.
Mm-hmm.
But Parker Washington sits down right here. Parker Washington sits down right here, and then Morris sits down right here. Trammell's right here, and then Jones or Patrick. Sure, you can say Patrick's open here,
but look at the pocket by the time he makes the break.
But whenever he makes the throw and he actually gets that separation, this is where he is. He's already throwing the ball, and he has no separation right here.
You're right.
And then two, you got to hope that you got to think like, is Stingley going to fall for this, or is he going to follow? He followed. That was his man, his main coverage.
Right.
But like this was never designed. This was only designed to get us a couple of yards closer. This was not designed to drive the field. And so that's why I'm sitting here saying like this is a running down in my opinion. If we
Go,
have
go,
timeouts.
go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning.
Yep.
All right. How many we got on the line right now for defense?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Uh-huh. Okay. You got 6. Let's see.
So 5. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are engaged. And then we have a spy.
And spy, right.
So even if he does run,
We ain't going nowhere.
That's Al Shair, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just there. But I'm saying, like me, run the ball with the running back. But I know what you mean, though.
Right.
It's like this was only designed to get a couple of yards, but also too, though, we 100% had timeouts because none of these were to the boundary.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way unless Liam Cohen does not know what the fuck he's doing or where the fuck he is on Sundays.
That's a good point too. Remember his first year being a head coach.
Yep.
His first year being the head coach.
It's his first year being the head coach and the head coach.
Exactly.
Head coach and the play caller.
Play caller, right.
Yeah. So there's going to be some delays, and I think that's part of the reason we've had some delay of games this year. Now, I don't think that's all of it, but that's probably part of it. But at the same time, though, there's no way this play right here is designed with no penalty or with no timeouts left. But if you think about it, though, we've ran this play earlier in the year, and who do we have in slot for it?
Travis Hunter
or Brian Thomas Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, if that's Travis Hunter or Brian Thomas Jr.,
that's a catch.
I can guarantee you, or be smart QB and throw the ball in the dirt.
You can't. He's inside the pocket. That's a foul. That's intentional ground.
That's a penalty. And he has a step here. I mean, it's just a crazy play. I mean, and us making that play doesn't guarantee us the win.
And you gotta take your hater glasses off for a second, because that seems, I'm not even trying to be a dick, but that kind of seems like what we got going on here. Because if you go back and you watch this play, dude, I mean, he makes separation as Trevor reads the play. When Trevor reads the play, he's got separation. Stingley just has a fucking good break on it, dude. He throws his body forward, but maintains enough balance to stay on his feet. That's fucking insane.
Also,
and
too,
one hand snags it.
Trevor throws it high here instead. Then Trammell doesn't catch it. Then Trevor throws high, and that's the narrative. And he can't throw the ball in people's chest. And
it's feast of famine, because if Trammell catches that, look at all the green he has in front of him.
Yep. Especially too if let's say falls 3 inches to the left, and then Stingley falls.
Mm-hmm.
Trammell right here. This guy's in man coverage. He catches it now. He's getting over here and then to the sideline and out of bounds, stopping the clock. You don't even have to use. Or if he doesn't, you have a timeout.
Right.
And he could beat this guy and go for a touchdown.
Correct.
He could. He could go down. He could. But we have a timeout. There's 17 seconds.
Correct.
They're trying to push the ball down the field and give Cam Little a better situation. And Stingley makes a great play. I mean, that's all it is. It's a game of inches. If that ball's 3 inches to the right, Stingley doesn't have to lay out for it. If that ball's 3 inches to the left, Trammell catches it if he has hands on his body and knows how to use them, and he goes for 20 yards. I mean, it's a game of inches.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, again, just look at the effort by Stingley.
Crazy
you
play.
just have to give him his flowers, dude. He lunges his whole upper body off center and still keeps his feet underneath him and snags it one-handed. If you cannot just give that man his flowers for that, you never will, and you just want to find a reason to put this on Trevor, this specific play. Because that is just an incredible play by a DB. That's why he's regarded as one of the best corners in all of football. You don't get that title by not making crazy-ass plays that no one else can make. If he was only making plays that everyone else could make, they call him average.
See, and I think something people don't want to admit is that Derek Stingley is Jalen Ramsey. When we had Jalen Ramsey, he was making plays like that, and everybody was talking about how their quarterback can't throw right, or they were talking about how Jalen Ramsey made a crazy play that not many corners could make. And I just don't think people want to admit that Jalen Ramsey plays for another team now. I mean, Derek Stingley is what Jalen Ramsey was. He is a dominant corner in the NFL.
Right.
He's got the size, the athleticism to keep up, to get beat and make up time and get back to it and make a crazy play. You know, I mean, how many times do we see Ramsey get beat off the line or lose a step on a guy and then somehow make it up when the ball's in the air and at least get a hand on it?
Right. Have we seen Travis Hunter do it this year?
Yeah, we've seen Travis Hunter do it again. I mean, that's the thing is like people are like, oh, Matt Ryan underthrew that ball. Okay. Trevor didn't even underthrow that one. That was just a crazy play. Like I just think people want to focus too much on who's throwing the football and less on what actually happened on the play. Because also, too, to your point, be a smart QB and throw the ball in the dirt. Love you, dude. But if he does that, then we're out of field goal range.
100% because it's a 15-yard automatic.
Yep. Then we're at the other 47 or 44 or 46.
Yeah,
and then he's kicking a 70. Then he's kicking a 71-yarder, which we've seen him be able to make. But
do you want to put your field goal kicker out there every damn time, kicking 68, 69-yard field goals? No. Especially when it's that much time, and then you got put somebody back from the other team. And who knows? They return the kick for a touchdown.
Well, we get pushed back, and then we get pushed back, and we have to throw the ball again because we can't run now. We only have, what do we have? 11 seconds or 9 seconds left, and now we have to throw the ball. And I mean, I think Cohen's got to put us in a better situation there, and I'm sure that's one that Cohen I can almost guarantee you in the film room, Liam Cohen said, I've got to put us in a better situation here because there is no signs of Trevor Lawrence checking that play before it, canning it. Right. He just ran exactly the play that was given to him. And I guarantee you, Liam Cohen in the film room said, I've got to do better than that. I've got to put you in a better situation right here because 100% the correct call, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Run the ball. Or you tell Trevor, hey, if that motherfucker Parker Washington isn't open, then don't throw it. Take a sack. Do something because I'm tired of putting the game in Trammell's hands.
Okay, well, let's just do this.
Look,
be subjective. Be subjective, right? You're saying be a smart QB, throw the ball in the dirt, right? Be subjective. All right, so what would you be saying in this comment section right now if he did that, he threw the ball in the dirt and pushed us out of field goal range and we still end up losing by the margin we did? What is your message then? What are you saying right now? What is your comment? Say he puts that ball in the dirt, it's uncatchable, they rule an intentional grounding, and he pushes us 15 yards out of an ideal kicking situation into a forced offense, high pressure situation. You would be calling for his fucking job. Just like everybody else would. And you'd say, he's got to be a smart QB. You got to know situational awareness, the clock, the field positioning. You got to know better than to taking a sack or an intentional grounding. That's the two worst things that could have happened on that play. You understand that? Like, even worse than an interception is a sack and an intentional grounding. Those are the two worst things that could have happened on that play because intentional grounding comes with a forced runoff as well. So go ahead, again, tell me what you would say to that. The two worst things he could do is take a sack or an intentional grounding penalty, and he avoided both. And somehow, again, Stingley makes a fucking incredible play. But if you want to say 100% this is a Trevor thing, then look at it subjectively and tell me what you would say to that.
Very interesting. Let's say it's feast or famine. That's I meant close by the receiver. That's what he says. I meant close by the receiver.
Yeah, but even then, if have you ever tried to intentionally miss a football?
Yeah, I mean that's worst case scenario. It's still a pick.
It's still a pick. I was about to say
it looks much worse.
It was a pick by a matter of inches. What happens if he intentionally fucks it up? Where do you want him to throw it? You want him to throw it too far to the left where there was a safety guiding down to where Parker Washington was going? Or do you want him to throw it inside further so that Stingley can pick it off?
Also, we have to trust that the refs aren't just going to throw a flag to throw a flag.
I'm about to say, and with the way penalties have gone for us this year, that's intentional grounding no matter what. I'm telling you, it is. And the way that pocket's closing, anybody and their mom's going to call that intentional grounding. If I was the ref and I saw him put that bitch in the dirt on a route just because people were closing in on him, I'm flagging him 100%.
Well, boys.
Because that's the textbook definition of intentional grounding. by the way.
Yes. Yep. Before you say it, Isaiah, what we see happening Sunday?
A win.
We need it.
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna beat the Chargers unless our pass rushers pass rush and hit home. I think unless Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker can combine for at least 4 sacks this game, or I'll give our entire D line, if they can combine for at least 4 sacks on the day, I think we're going to be okay. But Herbert has gotten hit a lot this season, throwing the ball 45, 50 times and won a lot of games. Like it. Oh man, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. we got to get pressure on them. That's the one thing I do know.
Right. What you think, Trevor?
I think, like I said at the beginning of the episode, man, Trevor's got to have a split second longer to throw the ball, but this defensive line's got to get pressure. And I don't mean just pressure that you put on a stat. I mean, they got to get their hands on. If that happens, we'll be fine. Because, again, I would like to point out one last time, even for this episode, just like I did last episode, we didn't get blown out in this game. We lost a game, and the only reason people are so pissed is because we held the lead at one point in time, which means we were in a position to win it. I would much rather be in a position to win it, and as much as it sucks in the moment, I would still much rather lose that game than lose a game we had no fucking shot in. Because if you have no shot, that's not just small correctable issues. You're right. He does usually play good in the second half.
Yeah, the Chargers. I mean, shit. That one year we had a Marvin Jones Jr. and all that. He played good the whole year. I mean, well, actually, he played good in the first game. We killed him, and then in the playoffs, that's whenever he went down 4 and brought us back. But, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. My buddy's getting married the day before, and he's a Chargers fan, and I wanted him to go to the game, but I forgot he was getting married the day before. And so he's like, "Oh, I can't do that." And I'm like, "Well, I love you, but I hope we win."
Happy wedding day, but
yeah. Look, I want to see them come out with some pride. I do. From what happened last weekend, I want them to come out with some pride, with some fire, and get after Justin Herbert. You know, that's what I want to see. How are they going to respond from giving up 19-point lead, allowing 26 points to be scored on them in one quarter? I want to see how they're going to respond. Come out with some pride, fight. Now, if they come out with the pride and fight, yeah, we win the game. But if that defense and that team showed up the fourth quarter in Houston, it's going to be another Rams debacle, like what happened to the Rams.
Yep.
I mean, let's be honest. This is exactly what's going to happen. You know, so, yeah, I think they're going to come out with some fire under their behinds, and we win this game. It's going to be a close one, but we'll take it. That's what I'm looking for.
I think that Trevor Jacoby Myers connection is going to really link up this game.
Right.
And I can see them having a touchdown or two in this one.
Yeah. And I'm also hoping Brenton Strange can get back on the field.
Brenton Strange gets back on the field. Yeah. It's the W.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, watch ETN go back to averaging 100 plus a week after Brenton Strange comes back. I'm scared. I have almost no doubt that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thank y'all for coming out, though.
Yeah, thank you.
All in the comments.
Nice to see y'all again. Well, we're gonna head out of here. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for all the participation. You know, love it, and all love, baby. At the end of the day, we're all Jaguars fans. We're all trying to win games, and we're gonna have to figure it out as the season goes on. But we're gonna keep on making videos. We're gonna keep on growing. So we hope to see y'all as we get bigger.
Yeah.
Good night.
Hit that subscribe button.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
The thing I always forget to say. Do it. Y'all have a good night. As the big C always says, be good people.
Be good people.
Dude.